As far as what we're gonna do to this 65 Impala, I'm not sure yet. Sure is a lot easier when we don't have to load it ourselves. I pay the guy, I get the car, turn it over to Aaron, and let him figure it out from there. It is a little crusty.
That's not bad. It needs a paint job so bad, but I tell you, if we paint it, we're gonna own it.
We'll never get our money out of it.
Because it ain't that kind of car.
I agree with you 100% there. The Impala is not only one of Chevrolet's most historic cars, but it's also one of the best-selling full-size cars in America as well. It set the standard for comfort and value. In 1965, Chevrolet introduced the fourth generation of the Impala with a total redesign. And apparently, someone thought it was waterproof. What were they thinking?
Hey, guys, come on out.
All right, I got a $2,500 65 Impala.
I just got a metal dash in it.
Aaron's gonna tell you what you're gonna do to it, because he's already got a grand master plan. After seeing this car for 3 minutes, nailed it.
That's exactly it. It's a 327 automatic. I assume it's a power glide. It's an AC, power brake, power steering car. You wanna go to lunch, this is the car.
Hell yeah. You can fit everybody in it.
The funny thing is, you don't have to do a great big, oh my God, to a car. You can do really nice, subtle stuff that really changes things. So we're gonna take the signature Impala triple nipple taillights and flatten them out smooth.
So, paint guy, this is what I got for you. Bunch of nothing, because we're not gonna paint it. We're gonna try and buff it and see what happens. The paint that's on it will look great. The areas that are orange, not fixing that.
Like always, time and money. Let's push it in and get started. The quicker we get it built, the quicker I can sell it. I shut the hood, open the door.
How long do we have on it? A month?
You know, keep dreaming, KC. With a budget of 10 to 12 grand and 2 weeks to get it done, I can easily flip this Impala for 20, 25 grand. Oh, I get to ride?
Well, you ain't gonna push. Most of you steer it.
See if we can get you to do something.
Aaron's got a plan for the 65 Impala, and I think he can tell you all about it in one breath. Go, Aaron.
Let me tell you, I'm gonna put Willwood brakes on it, the race kit, 14-inch brakes on it. It's gonna have 6-piston calipers. I'm gonna pull the motor and transmission out, send it over to Jamie to HCW or HWC, whatever. I'm gonna have the motor completely rebuilt, 327, power glide out, have it rebuilt. I'm gonna have them detail the engine base, stick the motor transmission back in the car. Then I'm gonna use Ride Tech suspension, which is all new strong arms, rear and front. Use their Ride Pro management system on it. And then we're gonna put a set of American Racing 20s on it with a set of Toyo Proxy ST2s on it. I'm gonna do a couple things to the outside of the car. On the tail lights that are faded and cracked, I'm gonna ditch them. We're gonna put flat lenses in it. We're gonna polish the paint best we can, polish the chrome. After all that's done, we're gonna send it over to Sue, and we're gonna have the stock interior completely redone inside the car. Boom.
What's it today, 104?
I'm so hungover. I hate being short.
Stinking Texas heat or not, we still have to get this Impala tore down and then get the motor and transmission out and get it rebuilt.
Up we go.
Got the Impala in the air. We're draining all the fluids now. We're gonna pull the drivetrain out, cut the exhaust off, get it outside, get it power washed.
Really?
Dan, that was boring.
Well, what the hell do you want me to say? I'm trying to work.
Watch it. At this point in our day, we really don't know what exactly is going to happen. All that we know is we're going to remove the driveline.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
We removed most of the exhaust. Once we get that done, things will get a whole lot lighter around here. I mean, the mood, too.
I remember my first motor pulling out.
Whoop, whoop.
Don't get that.
What's going on? Are we still gonna have this on the ground a couple days?
I don't see it being a problem at all.
Air ride going up and down, big brakes, wheels, tires, everything ready to rock and roll?
We're doing the AirPod, so that's real simple.
Man, this is working out all right then.
Yeah, go have a beer.
Go sit down somewhere.
Now that we got all the suspension on, it's time to move on to the air management system. Everything's all on one tray. You got your valves, you got your compressor, you got your tanks, you got all your wiring. It's plug and play, super simple. It's gonna be in the trunk. Can't put it underneath the car. There's not enough room underneath there.
God, it smells like rats in here.
It does. Ow! Why are there spiders in here?
One of the cool things about our Impala is the taillights. Ours has a bullet taillight. You got it. So it sticks out. But one of the things Aaron wanted to do was make a flush fit one. So we're gonna get rid of this lens. This one here will set in and be a flat lens.
The taillights were pretty badly damaged from exposure to the sun.
This may not work.
And we could order new ones, that'd be easy enough, but I don't like easy. What I want to do is actually flush them. And it's a trick I had seen someone else do before. It worked out really well, so we're gonna give it a shot here. And I think we can make it work well.
Bam! Look at that.
Look at that.
So there's just a few days left to get this Impala build done.
Well, there it is. Motor tuned and tested and ready to go.
So we're getting the engine back from our engine builder, Jamie, today, and that's a major milestone. But having the AC cranking, it's making the work go better than a side of bacon with a short stack at Waffle House.
We got the motor training, drive shaft in, so we can get this thing on the ground, and we're good to go.
I'm happy with that. I'm really happy with that. Can it be lower? Yes. Could it be faster? Yes. Could it a lot of things? Yeah. This right here is awesome.
So here you have it, 1965 Impala. Why am I so excited? We got it done in time, and we got it done in budget. Gas Monkey's gonna make some money on this one. I bought the car for $2,500, and I gave Aaron and the guys a budget of around 10 or 12 grand, because at that point, I'm in the car for 15, and I think I can sell it for around 20 to 25 grand, and that's pretty decent money to make in 2 weeks' time.
When it came to the look of this car, we know we didn't have a lot of money, and we certainly didn't have a lot of time. It really had a good feel. We just needed to, A, adjust the attitude, and we know how we do that. We did it with the altitude, which is pretty low. We use Ride-Tech suspension, airbags all the way around, and then we're using their management system, which allows us to press of a button to go to 1 of 3 heights. Getting the car closer to the ground helps us in a lot of ways. There's a performance benefit, but the main thing is, my God, how well does it look? This thing is amazing.
So while Aaron's been busy blowing all of my money and his schedule on the Porsche, I've been on the hunt for more game.
The 68 Shelby GT350 popped up on the old interwebs for sale, and I figured, why not? Let's go to Southern California.
This guy's got a original paint 68 GT350.
Mustangs are cheap to restore, it's just the rust is the problem.
He told me it's rust-free. The pictures look rust-free, and I mean, when rust-free, I mean like 0. I brought Dennis along because basically he's the foremost Shelby authority in all of the land, right?
I don't know about that, but I bought and sold a bunch of them. Guy lives in a multi-million-dollar house. He's got his own private road.
Dude, this is crazy. The guy just seemed like a regular car dude. Let's go see what he's got.
This could be interesting.
You guys found the place okay, I guess?
We did, it's incredible.
It's,
not what we expected.
Little shack out here in Alpine.
Dennis Collins.
Dylan, it's Paul Garrett.
Richard Rawlings, we spoke on the phone.
Yes, yes.
So,
I got a few things I want to show you.
pretty rad, man.
Thanks. What the heck? I'm Paul Garrett. I'm a car builder. Been doing this pretty much all my life. Customizing cars, buying and selling, trading, restoring. This is something I do. It's a hobby.
Right on.
Make a couple bucks here and there. It's a passion.
Well, we must be doing something wrong.
This looks like a good time.
My 5th buggy. This time I wanted the extreme of the extreme on this go-around.
How much is this?
About $140.
Wow. Well, let's talk about the much cheaper Shelby. Where's that at?
Well, that stuff's out here in the boneyard.
Do we really have to go back to a hotel? Why don't we just stay with you?
Yeah, we got room. We have room. We hang out, have parties, socialize.
Wait a second, man. You didn't have these cars listed on the net. What is that?
I'm not really ready to sell these yet, you know. Maybe.
Is that an original Boss?
That's original Boss 302.
Wow. So we get through the pool house, and there's a Boss 302 sitting there in red, which I've never even seen one. That's super rare. There's a Boss 351 Mustang 71 model. It's wicked. Ford offered the Mustang in a bunch of different configurations, so depending on the option packages on these here, we could be looking at some seriously valuable cars.
Paul, is this a real black car?
As far as I know, it is. It looks like it. You scrape the paint deep. I don't see any other colors underneath of it.
There's no doubt about it. These are all rare Mustangs, and I'm trying to contain my excitement. I mean, I want them, but I don't even know if they're for sale yet. And if they are, they could be pricey. So Tricky Ricky's got to play it cool on this one. All right, so that's cool. Well, maybe we'll talk about these, but where's the Shelby?
All right,
I'm a Shelby
This
guy.
is the one you want to look at.
Yeah, there we go.
There she is.
Highland green tan interior. Ooh, little sun-baked.
Yeah, but that's what kept it all dry. No rust, no cancer.
Look, that's a Hertz car.
What?
Yep, see the DSO?
Yeah.
Hirsch rented them out.
Yep.
They had a Hertz Rent-A-Racer package. We get into the garage, and the Shelby is really, really nice. I mean, it's got one blowout tinted fender. I looked underneath. The torque boxes were great. The floorboards were great. I mean, it looked like a brand new car underneath. How long you had this car?
Not very long. You know, I found them, and I decided to haul them home.
You found all these cars in the same spot?
One spot, lady's backyard, been sitting there for years.
Cool.
On end.
Can they all be for sale, or?
Are they all for sale right now?
Well, I came here to obviously try to buy this one, but you didn't tell me you had those on the phone. I hadn't seen. I'm walking by, you know, a couple of Bosses and a Mach 1.
We can probably cut a deal for the whole package.
If I can have a few minutes, I need to look at the VINs and I need to make a phone call.
See, that's why I brought you, Dennis. Folks, it's go time. Paul's now willing to make this a Mustang Fiesta. The problem is, I don't even know if I have enough money for that stuff.
It's missing some of the pieces, but I think this is a Super Cobra Jet, not a Cobra Jet.
So I brought my buddy Dennis out here to Alpine, California to help me verify 68 Shelby. But now I'm trying to include 3 more Mustangs into the deal. Dude, they're rougher than stucco bathtubs.
Yeah, dude, but they're not rusty.
We know they're rare, but neither of us really are sure exactly how much they're worth.
I guess it depends what he wants.
Well, we can call Kevin Marty, can't you?
He told us at Bear Jackson last time if we were in a super jam to call him. He normally needs 30 days, but he said he would do it.
Well, I would say 2 Bosses and a
I'm gonna
Mach.
take a picture. I'm gonna take a picture of all 3 of these VINs and call him and see if he'll do it for us.
All right, what you got, Holmes?
All right, I know you think I exaggerate this stuff sometimes, but
Gosh, did we find holy grails?
this one actually is.
Why?
Because it has no options. And it's a 430 gear car. That is incredible. And he said red is super rare. He didn't have time to go through all the deals.
Yeah.
He also said that they only made 20 of those.
And then what about this one?
Not only is it a Cobra Jet, it's a Super Cobra Jet with a drag pack.
What?
Yeah. So these 3 cars in their own right, in my opinion, these are all better than what you're trying to buy.
So what's a, like, steal it package figure?
I think 100 grand would be.
Like stealing it?
Yeah. Don't try to kill him too hard. He's gonna tell us to beat it.
Yeah, he obviously doesn't need the money.
Yeah. I want this car. You want to ride in this car, you will freak out.
Right now, I just get a bunch of rough vinyl up. So where are we at on this car? I mean, what's your figure today?
$35,000.
That's too much for just this car. Maybe I can average out. What do you want for all 4? Because those are pretty cool, too. They're just rough.
You know what's out there, right?
Well, I think that I have a pretty good understanding because my little boy Dennis here jumped on the phone and checked it all out, and we know it's there.
So all 4 of them, Counting this one.
Yes, sir.
$100,000.
God, they just need everything, and then I got to transport them.
Yeah.
I was thinking more like once I saw this car in person, more like 20-ish, and you got, you know, $10,000, $12,000 a piece out there. I mean, what about like 50 grand?
No, I'll keep them. I'll sell you this for 35, but you got to come up with a number. My number's at 100. What's your number? Let's go up.
Well, I only came to buy this car, so let me go see how much cash I even have to deal with. Did you bring any?
Yeah.
Let's see what we got.
Dig deep.
Let's see what we got in the car.
I didn't bring very much, dude. I brought like 20-something grand.
So we had to walk away and figure out what we had before I even did a negotiation, because if I'm going to do a cash deal and try to get it down to a certain point, I got to make sure I got the right amount of money on me.
I hope that's a big stack.
Well, that's all we have.
It's pretty good size.
Are we getting close?
I was at 50, and
You didn't counter me. What do you think?
I'm trying to stick to 80. That's the lowest I can go. 80 grand for these 4 cars.
Well, here's where I'm at. I got 65,000 bucks in cash.
And that's honestly all we have. And we shouldn't have had that. I was supposed to be buying a Jeep with mine, but...
And this was supposed to be money for going out tonight. 65. I mean, they're cool cars, but they're gonna need everything.
All right, let's do it.
Killer, man. All right. So the steal-it price for these cars was 100 grand, and we got them for 65. That's insane.
It is.
Dennis, you're gonna need to do the paperwork.
Each one of these are
10, 10, 10, and whoa. You gonna let it blow away, man? So now we have 4 cars instead of 1. Appreciate it, bro. Absolutely.
Get them out of here tonight for that. Thanks, Paul.
load them all up, guys. Get them out.
We should be able to flip them for a lot of money, but who knows? Until you get them to the shop and know exactly what you have, it's an unknown. But at 65 grand, I'll take that unknown all day long. So this is what you called me about?
Yeah.
What is this, like it's 75, huh?
Yep.
It's cool, short bed.
It is cool. I liked it when I made the deal with the guy. And
What was the deal?
Well, I did a lot of work on his other truck for it.
So you just he traded his bill for this truck?
Yeah.
And this needs work.
Yes, sir.
Ugh. Pretty straight body, though, and it's not rusty.
Yeah, they took care of it. I like the winch. I'd like to keep the winch.
I don't know. I like the way it's like 80s out, like got these fender flares and... Battery's dead. There's no headliner. Seat's ripped. Radio's obviously broken. Or it is now. It's a little oxidized.
Yeah, a little spit shine.
Heck yeah. Do that on the other side, we're good to go. Just added value to this thing. It's rad. I mean, it's not rusty, it's not beat up. Got a dent in the tailgate, a little oxidized paint, but it's all like, you know, 80s Fall Guy type style. You know, it's straight up cool. Battery's dead. It looks like it'll run and drive. And I think it's a pretty easy flip if I can get it at the right price.
I'm hoping to get 6 grand for the truck. Knowing Richard, I probably get maybe 4 or less.
Dude, I can't pay that. If you traded labor for it, I was thinking more like non-running short bed junk box truck. How about 2 grand?
I was really wanting 4.
Well, I'm really wanting to pay 2.
I need 4. I got $3,000 worth of labor on the other truck.
All right, so how about 3 grand?
That's
the middle.
That is the middle.
3 grand.
I should have started higher then, huh?
Yeah.
How about $32.50?
Man, I love Phipps, but he can't negotiate for which is probably why I like him so much, come to think of it. It's 3 grand, that's what I got right here.
I'd rather have 4.
You want the money or you don't want the money?
Well, you got it out of your pocket, and I've seen it. Yeah, I do want it.
All right, kick brother. I'll call Tony and come on, we got a deal?
All right, cool.
Come on.
Hey, thanks.
We'll have Tony come get it, since he sent me down here to do the dirty work anyways.
Cool. I got 3 grand for the truck. I'm happy. It'll work out. They'll do something with it, and I won't have to. It's good.
So Ricardo bought this 75 Silverado from Phipps the other day. I gotta say, he done good. Not a lot of rust and just the right amount of dents.
So what's the Grandmaster Flash plan with this?
Well, because it's just, you know, we're not doing anything too great with it, and it's kind of almost okay the way it is. I figured we'd buff it. We've got really one badly damaged piece of trim, the tailgate. We're gonna pull the chrome off of it and leave it buffing, leave it like it is, pull all the little emblems off, you know, the junk that's all over it, pull the winch off the front, pull the tube grill out of it, so we'll have a stock grill, stock bumper up front, no winch, clean up the engine bay a little bit. It's gonna get a new column, new headliner, new seat, carpet, and then cleaned up paint. We're gonna wash the tires and wheels, and then we're gonna repolish the wheels, and you know, reseal the differentials and the leaking stuff on it, that'd be about it. So
works for me. I mean, should bring what, 12, 13 grand then?
It's an interesting truck. I think you'll find a good buyer for it.
All right, cool. Get after it.
When it comes to parts on this Silverado, they're kind of like us. Some just need a little vacation to rehab, others have done their job and need to be retired. One of the things we noticed early on when we got the truck in was that the trim didn't line up at all, which doesn't matter other than the fact that it's an indicator that the cab bushings are wore out. Maybe nothing will fall on us. As you can see, it's a pretty good example. This one's actually walking away.
And so the cab would wiggle independent from the chassis and from the bed.
It's not fresh paint or a new motor, but getting quick little jobs like this one done can improve the ride and the appearance of the truck enough that Richard can make a few bucks by flipping it. At least that's the plan.
By putting new cab bushings in it, the vehicle will feel much more connected to the road, much more stable, and bonus is the trim will line up.
Like always, more complicated than it should be. Simple doesn't always mean easy, but with a few adjustment of the sleeves for the body mounts,
Okie dokie.
the fresh bushings are just what the truck doctor ordered.
So these things do have shims on them, so we may have to adjust this a couple times. Oh, it's such a nasty mess down there. What have I done? Nasty, nasty, nasty. You know, I was thinking to myself, I was like, man, I should pop some cab bushings in this thing. Nice clean job, be done in a minute. Hell no. Laying around all this crap. It's like, it's a horrible idea, that's what it was. I was trying to get a couple things lined up a little better before I set it back down. I think I did an excellent job of replacing the cab bushings.
With the trim lining up, the Silverado eyeballs a bit better, so Richard can get on to selling it. And now I can get on to doing some laundry so I can get myself packed up for a vacation.
I like this finish. You could always paint it. You can paint it 100 times, but it's only gonna look like this once.
So I'm coming back from lunch on my KTM, and Tony's out there trying to sell the Silverado. Now, Tony's my guy for managing the inventory, but if you're gonna close a deal, you need the closer. What's up?
What's up, home slice?
Man, just enjoying the weather. Look at this day.
It's a pretty day, man.
Richard Rawlings.
Mark Ringel.
Mark, how you doing?
My name is Mark Ringel. I'm from New York, New York.
You the guy that called about taking a look at this truck?
I am.
Cool, man. Tony, did you sell it to him yet?
I'm in the process of selling it, but I had to bring in the closer, man. Well, where have you been?
The closer's here, man. So what do you think?
It's an awesome truck, you know. I've been looking for a truck like this, and it's just you don't come around one of these every day.
Get in, I'll take you for a ride. So what are you gonna do with something like this if you buy it?
Take it down to my beach home. I got 2 Defenders right now that we're using to shovel our paddleboards and surfboards.
Oh, yeah? The beach where you live would be what beach?
Southampton.
Got it. Isn't the Hamptons like a Ritchie area? You got lots of money?
I guess. Truck's real solid truck. It's driving real nice. A little bit of play in the steering, but some easy fixes and the car will be perfect.
I paid $3,000 for this truck, and I hardly put anything in it. So anything over $3,500, well, that's great. What do you think about that, Mark?
It's awesome.
Is it 15 grand awesome?
It's not 15 grand awesome.
Come on, man. It's a cool truck, and they're pretty hard to find. I mean, to be rust-free, and it's got a couple of whiskey dents in it and whatever, but, you know, you said you're from up in the New York area?
Yes.
You're gonna find a truck like this up there. It's missing about everything from the body molding down.
That's true, but I think it's more of a 5, maybe 6 grand truck.
You gotta be kidding me. I mean, who do you think you are, gas monkey? At the end of the day, this truck's gonna bring 12 to 15 grand on the internet no matter what. How about 14?
How about 8.3?
Come on, man, what kind of number is 83? Who comes up with 83? I mean, is it like his grandma's birthday or what?
I could come up to about 10.
You're getting closer.
All right, so here's my final offer in cash.
All right.
12.
You got cash?
I got cash.
Is that 12?
It's 12, count it out.
He busted out 12 grand cash. That was my number. Deal done. And cash always works.
Cool, man. All right, looks like I just sold you a truck, brother.
You didn't sell him anything, Tony. I did. I'm the closer around here.
Well, I'm about to do the paperwork. That's when the truck's sold.
Yeah.
You got the cash. That's the easy part.
So I'm out here in Justin, Texas, which actually isn't too far from the shop. It's about maybe 25, 30 miles. You better watch it, dude. This is my scene. I saw a guy had an ad for 69 Riviera, and it looked like a pretty honest car. Black, red interior, bucket seats. It's pretty cool all the way around. So he said he had some other cars in the back and figured I'd just come out and take a look and see what he had. I mean, what the heck? Maybe I can find a couple more cars to bring to Barrett Jackson. Oh, hey, sir. That looks like a vicious miniature horse. Can I come back?
Sure.
Richard Rawlings, I talked to you on the phone?
Yeah, Glenn Stevens.
Glenn?
Donna
Stevens.
Donna Stevens. Glenn and Donna.
I'm Glenn Stevens. This is my wife, Donna, and we live here in Justin, Texas.
I kind of glanced at the review that we talked about, but you said you had a bunch more cars. I guess this is it?
Yeah. Over the years, one car and truck after another came into the backyard, and I do want my backyard back.
Well, we got a little El Camino, huh? It's got just a small block Chevy, or?
Yeah, it's 305.
So they were in the backyard, so I went on back there first, and it turns out he's got like a 64 El Camino. Is that a three-legged dog? That's a three-legged dog with a black eye. He's got a 53 Buick. Have you had this one running and driving ever? Or just
No, it doesn't have an engine.
All right. A 52-ish Chevrolet with a big motor in it. Oh, somebody hot rodded it. It's got some rust problems. What do you got over there, a Nova? Well, what about this little truck? This is a little short bed, huh?
Yeah, it's an SS, a 90 model.
Is this a real SS?
Yeah.
But he's also got a real 454 SS Chevy truck from like the 1990. And those are not only pretty cool, but they're pretty rare these days. 454 SS truck, pretty rad, cool. And that's a good little truck to have. And then he's got a short bed Ford that I liked. What year is this?
61.
Got a good looking patina to it. Got a long bed Ford that I don't like because they're long beds. I saw, is there an ambulance over here?
Yeah.
And then he had an ambulance, which was pretty cool. What are you doing with an ambulance?
Oh, I used it for a work truck.
Work truck?
Yeah.
An ambulance? Were you an ambulance dude or what?
No, I'm a train rescue man. I service and repair overhead cranes, do different types of technology changes, doing, and just plain repairs.
So this is pretty cool. You know, what a lot of people don't know about me is I was a police officer and a firefighter and a paramedic before I was old enough to drink. So the ambulance was pretty cool because it's actually the make and model that I first drove when I was a lot younger and I was working for the fire department. So being in the back of that was kind of surreal. This is pretty much exactly what I remember. Hit the buttons on, stab him in the arm, give him some oxygen, good to go. I don't really need it, though. I have absolutely no use for it. Zero. I mean, what am I gonna turn it into, a party wagon? Looks like it might be big enough to carry my beer around, though. Well, I came here to look at the Riviera, so I might as well go out there and take a look at that, huh?
Yeah.
What's the scoop on this car, sir?
I bought it. It's been sitting for 15 years.
Gotcha.
It was brown. Everything was brown. Everything was falling apart inside.
Does this one run?
Needs a starter.
I love that shifter. That's rad.
Yeah, that arc.
So we go back out front, and I check out the Rivy. It doesn't run. He says it needs a starter. I mean, I don't think it's a good fit for Barrett Jackson, but it is a pretty straight, honest car. So if I can make a good deal on that, great. So what are you thinking you want for this one? This is what I came to see.
I'll take $6,000 for it.
I wanted it for around $2 or $3 grand, and that wasn't gonna work. So, you know, the other stuff that caught my eye was the 454 pickup and the El Camino and the other short bed pickup. So if I can get a good enough deal for all 9 cars and maybe get him throwing that horse, it'll work. We got 9 cars back there, right?
Yeah.
How about like $13,500 for all of them? You don't have to get them running, driving, nothing. I'll just yank them out and figure it out when I get them back to the shop.
I'll tell you what, if you want to take all of them, I'll take that $17,500.
If I come up to 14?
I don't know. What do you think about it?
I think 15.
15? She said 15.
15 grand. All right. Can you throw in the horse?
No.
Man, Aaron
Horse
would
don't
love
go.
that thing. Horse don't go, huh? We'll go with 15 grand. I'll take it. That's a deal.
All right.
All right, guys. So that's like 9 cars for 15 grand. I mean, if you're good at math like I am, that's probably $1,500 a car, roughly. I mean, I think that works. Maybe it's a little less than that. Maybe I'm not as good at math as I thought. Why don't I do this? I'll have Chris, my tow guy. He'll come out here and he'll just start yanking them out. I don't want you to have to do any work or anything.
Okay.
That'd be great.
I appreciate it, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank
you
you.
coming out. I got my car sold.
And I got my yard back.
So it's
It's
a
a
great
great
day.
Hey, if that horse kicks you again and you want to get rid of him, you tell me. I'll take him home to Aaron.
We can't get rid of Sheila.
What's up, Mater? Another Riviera.
What year is this one?
I don't know. I'm not sure what year it is.
God dang. It's not the same as our other one. 455. That's about twice as ugly.
Oh, yeah. Riviera time. What's up?
I think Stevie Wonder wired this car.
Oh, I thought he went to the Charles School of Wiring.
Wow. Okay.
I'm just kidding, man.
All right.
All right, well, you hadn't heard the best part of the story. This guy calls me up, and he's got this Rivi he wants to sell, and he says he's got a bunch of other stuff laying around. So I went ahead and cruised out there real fast, because we built the Rivi a while back, and I was like, we know what that brought.
And 27,000 at once, and we're gonna go twice. 27, so right there. 27,000.
Congrats, man. So I get there, this thing's in the front, and it's what he said ran and drove a few years ago.
At one point, I'm sure it did.
Then in the backyard, he's got a 3-legged dog with a black eye and a miniature horse, which I begged the guy to sell to me so I could give it to Aaron. He looked like you, dude, because he was all woolly and crazy looking. So then he had an El Camino, a 53 Buick, a Nova, a big long bed truck, a short bed truck, an SS 454 truck that's actually in pretty decent shape except for the flaking of the paint that they all did,
bad clear.
and an ambulance. So I ended up making a deal for everything he had. So I bought 9 cars for 15 grand, which is what, like 1,200 a piece or something like that? So what I need you all to do is to get them all ready as soon as they come in, so I can quick get them up for sale, because Aaron's leaving for Pikes Peak soon.
All 9 of them?
Yeah. So there you go.
Jeez. That's good.
Man. This thing weighs a freaking ton, man.
I really wish Richard would start buying cars that run.
Especially when they're this big.
You know, I really appreciate Aaron making me daddy in the shop while he's gone, but you know, I have kids of my own, and seeing what all we got to get done this week, I think we might have been better off hiring a juggler.
That is a lot of good old American steel right there.
You know, you think as a mechanic, a lot of this job is, you know, building stuff.
Man, the plug looks brand new.
But really, it's about time management.
So I'm feeling pretty lucky these days. I got the guys working on a really rare Datsun that's in great condition. How you going, sir?
Hi.
Richard Rawlings.
Hey, Richard. Dan Atchison. Nice to meet you.
Today I'm in Kentucky, chasing down a one-owner, 1,500 and some odd original mile, 1987 Porsche 944 Turbo. So what's this story? You got an 87 944?
87 944. Acquired it from a gentleman's estate. He was elderly and passed away. And it was perfectly time-capsuled, and he had it in his garage, covered up, and didn't drive it much.
1,500 miles?
1,500 miles.
Jeez, that's cool. Now, I graduated high school in 1987, so this was like one of the cars I wanted. But let's take a look at it. But I was driving a Bandit Trans Am, so I was doing all right.
It is pristine, to say the least.
Paint's nice. Felt still soft on that, which is absolutely impossible most of the time. We're uncovering the car, and I'm like, it doesn't get any cooler than this. Can I open it? You got the keys?
No, yeah, go right ahead. I think it's unlocked.
It's red with black interior, not red with tan interior. That makes all the difference in the world. Golly, what a time capsule. This is crazy. The car is absolutely flawlessly perfect. I mean, these cars, they aged horribly. They had a lot of plastic components to them. They're faded, the interiors stink, they all came apart, they're sun-baked, they barely run and drive. People are buying them for parts.
Maybe over time,
Oh, that's normal. This car is not like any 944 I've ever seen, and I've owned some pretty cool ones.
Everything is original on the car except for the wiper blades.
And these are the original ones?
Yeah.
He saved them?
Yeah.
Rad. He said these are original gloves to change the tire. They even got instructions on there. Yeah. Put gloves on, change tire, and he laid down on the mat. As far as originality and one owner and 1,520-something original miles, I would say this might be the rarest one on the planet, and probably has to be the best one. I want the car. I want it really bad. Problem is, I'm probably going to have to pay world record pricing for it. So I talked to you on the phone, and you were thinking that you wanted around 45 grand for it.
Yes, I think that's reasonable.
I think that's like world record money.
What are you thinking?
25, maybe 28 grand. I'm home at 30, you know?
I was 37.
It's a weird number. Golly, this thing is cool. I'm killing myself here because I'm telling you how awesome it is. I'm watching the Porsche market a lot these days. Anything Porsche is moving like crazy. They went from not being that desirable or that great a car to everybody wants one, they want to restore them and what have you. So I really don't have to shoot too low to score on this one. How about 35 grand?
Well, I think as much as I'd like 37, I think I'll do 35 with you.
Cool. Awesome. 35 grand. It's way more than I wanted to pay, but I don't think there's another one like it in the world, so we'll see what happens. 1,500-mile Porsche Turbo. That is so rad. So a few years back, I was buying a car from a gentleman, and he goes, oh, I got this other one around the corner in another garage. Turned out it was a 1915 Willis Overland. If you were lucky enough to have a car in the early 1900s and it wasn't a Ford, chances are it was from the second largest auto manufacturer at the time, Willis Overland. So I bought the car for 10 grand, stuck it in the warehouse and forgot about it. Fast forward 2 years later, guy finds out I've got the car and he gives me a holler. He's like, well, would you sell it? And I'm like, I'll sell anything, even my firstborn. So here it is, Mr. Todd.
Yeah, it's the one you told me about on the phone, huh?
There we go. So, who's the boys?
This is my son, Sam.
Sam?
And Matthew.
Matthew. How you doing, man?
They grew up around old cars. They've spent their youth scraping grease and stripping paint, and they're my crew.
No kidding. Yep. Well, this is older than an old car. I compare these to more like tractors.
You mind if I spin the crank?
Yeah,
see
go
if the
for it.
motor's free? Yep, still has compression. That's good.
Man, in my opinion on these door jambs and everything, this might be the original paint. What do you think?
I'm thinking it might be. This is the original upholstery. At least it appears original.
No kidding.
I had a 1917 Overland. I've always wanted a pre-16 Overland because it's considered a horseless carriage.
You know.
Okay, this may not be a good sign.
Why?
Whenever they have spare parts in the car, magnetos, I'm hoping it doesn't have a magneto issue. As far as this 15 Overland goes, it's been sitting for 40 years, which could be good or it could be bad. Since there are some unknowns, there's a little bit of work to be done to see if we're actually going to pull the trigger on it. Well, Richard, I love the car. I love the car. I'm trying not to show my poker face.
Well, like I told you on the phone, I think it's worth 15 grand all day long. That's like beat up, you know, Model A money.
15's a little strong. I feel like I'd be rolling the dice at 15 without hearing it run.
You just told me how you were such a good mechanic of these and you're teaching your kids. Take it home, get it running, you'll be in good shape.
Well, I don't think I'd have to take it home to get it running.
Oh, come on now. You sound pretty confident. Maybe we should make a little bet.
Okay. I tell you what, if I can get it running, I'll go 12 and a half.
Wait, so I'll take that, but you can't get it running. You got to give me 15.
Oh.
See how good your team is?
Okay. Sure, I'll do that.
Kick ass.
Done deal.
You even get an air-conditioned shop to work in. So there you go. We got a friendly little wager going on. If Todd and his sons can get this car running, well, they're going to get it for 12.5. But if they can't, I'll get 15. It's rock and roll. Let's make the rear face out in case they get it running. I don't want all the fumes and rats inside.
No, when we get it running.
When?
That's right.
For once, kind of hoping the car doesn't start. I told the guy my shop is your shop, so I'm sure you need like a corkscrew, an old paper clip, some duct tape, and some ether. All right, guys.
Thank you, Richard.
Get yourselves a deal. Get after it.
We'll see you in a little while. We'll give you a ride.
We'll see. Game on. So, what did we find wrong so far? Nothing?
Not so lucky. Found a stuck valve on the number 2 cylinder. We were able to squirt some Marvel mystery oil in there, and it freed that up. Magneto will be the issue. Right now, it's all about spark. If we can get spark, it should run.
One of the coolest things that I've seen in a long time are 2 young kids under the driving age that are working on a car that is, well, it's 100 years older than they are, let's put it that way. And then on top of that, they're working with their dad. That's pretty rad.
Well, let's see what make sure it's a neutral. Go ahead and crank it, Sam. Nope, nothing on that one.
Well, you need spark, you need fuel, and you need air. We got fuel and air, we ain't getting no spark.
Okay, try it again. Nothing.
Basically, a magneto is a small electrical generator that makes a spark instead of a battery. Clearly, this one ain't working. And there's a couple of other old magnetos laying in the car, so obviously this was the problem when they parked it. But once they order a brand new magneto and install it, it should be all set. Well, at the end of the day, I feel like you and your guys got further than we would have in about 3 days.
Well, if I had a new magneto, I bet it'd start.
Well, the good part is you got a good story to tell, and then there'll be some old man going, oh, you god dang it, you didn't check out this thing over here.
Oh, you know it.
You got to press the Hooserman valve.
That's right.
You know, you and your boys worked hard. I'll give it to you for 12.5 anyways. To see him and his kids working on the car was worth it to me. Went ahead and sold them the car for 12.5. Guys, that was pretty cool. I like to see the young kids working on cars for sure. That's awesome.